Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard, and today I'm here to talk about a partial or potential partial Universal Studios Hollywood reopening. Now, when California released their guidelines a couple of weeks ago, the next day the theme parks held a press conference via Zoom with Kappa, and the president of Universal said that um, Universal could be looking into opening shops and dining on the upper lot, which again, remember, was a rumor way before, about a week before Knott's announced it, a couple of days before Knott's announced it, and didn't come to fruition. But Universal again is looking at this. Disney is now doing, of course, Buena Vista Street opens in exactly 8 days from today. It's November 11th, Veterans Day. Buena Vista Street opens on the 19th. Shops and restaurants opening only there. Part of Hollywoodland as well in Grizzly Peak. Now, hopefully, Universal will do it with just the upper lot, with potentially all of the upper lot. That'd be great just to get inside the park again. But that's it. Also, it'll provide some great Super Nintendo World views that we haven't had before if we are able to get in there. Now, Screamscape. I saw an idea on Screamscape that kind of does something different than this. It keeps the upper lot closed, but it gives Universal some extra revenue. Remember when it was? I think it was earlier this year. Yeah, a little earlier this year, like January, February, when Universal was sending out guest surveys asking if the studio tour should be a separate upcharge attraction, meaning you don't have to get inside the park. You don't have to go inside Universal Studios Hollywood to ride the studio tour. Let's say you pay maybe instead of $139, you pay maybe $40 and just ride the studio tour, and then you go home. Like you can enter from City Walk or something. It'll be a separate entry. You don't go to the park. And then, but obviously, if you were a guest inside the park, you can ride the studio tour as part of your park admission. Screamscape had an interesting idea to kind of bring that back, and I kind of like it. And I totally do it. What if Universal Studios Hollywood as a museum type experience, because they're just showing off the back lot. So it could, I feel like, under a loophole, could be counted as like a museum tour or something. Since zoos and museums and all that are open, I wonder if Universal can open the studio tour, have you enter from somewhere else, even if you enter on the lower lot, like, because if you just have they open up a parking lot because they have parking lots in the lower lot from where you enter off Lancashire, for not even going through City Walk. If you enter through there, and you do a modified studio tour experience, because nothing really happens anyway. You just go to get to the lower lot, which is by Super Nintendo one. You just go down the hill and look at all the movie posters and go past the voice soundstage. That's it. No, you're not in the back lot yet. So if you start in the lower lot, over in the back on that where the lower lot entrance gate is, you park in a separate entrance. It could be a completely separate thing. You can have City Walk open. And then if people want to ride the studio tour, they park there, look around the full circuit or a modified circuit, come on back down. They can do that. But that would be pretty cool, and maybe charge again $40 or $50. And I feel like that's a fair price since it's about a 45 to 60 minute experience. So $40, $50 is like a dollar a minute type of thing. Even less so if it's 60 minutes. But that'd be a cool idea. I feel like that'd be a nice compromise. That'd be something fun. It'd be a theme park type experience, even though it's just a studio tour. It could be. I feel like they can label it as like a museum exhibit. Also, Universal can get some revenue. Obviously, parking is still free at City Walk, so not really getting any revenue there, and they're getting a decent amount of revenue from the Universal Studios store. There's lines every single time I go, even during the week now, which is great. But think about it. They'll have all those trams, $40 to $50 a person to ride on the tram. If they put plexiglass on the in between each thing, they can fill up every row. even if they did half the rows, that would be still a decent amount of money, and you get some semblance of the park back. So I don't know. I feel like they can make it work. If not, then hopefully they continue with the looking into opening up the upper lot for shops and dining, because that would be fantastic. And hopefully, if they do open up the upper lot for shops and dining, then that includes the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, because usually that seems to be like separate from things. They seem to wall that off. Because definitely want to go and not even just have butterbeer. I just want to sit in front of the castle and just chill out. I just love that area. But what do you guys think below? Comment below. Would you pay $40 or $50 to ride the studio tour as a separate experience while the theme park is still closed? And or do you just want Universal to open up the upper lot for shops and dining and relaxation? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it on your social media pages to see what your friends think. And subscribe for more theme park updates. Lots of stuff in the pipeline, including Downtown Disney next weekend. And I'll be back at City Walk maybe this weekend to see how Universal or Super Nintendo World is doing. So subscribe for that. As always, have a fantastic day.